Hello everyone, welcome. And in this video, I'm going to talk about not only talk but exactly show you how I am going to save more than uh, 10 crore rupees by making this simple life choice. The simple life choice is getting away from the society. But I am going to show you with data in Excel sheet according to my calculation, like how much money I can save. So let's start from the very beginning. Assuming that I was earning 1 lakh rupee per month, living in a city, a regular city, earning 1 lakh rupee as of now is very usual and is not a very ambitious idea, and it is not very low as well. It is somewhere mediocre. Now, if I would want to buy a house in the city, an average 2 BHK in a city like Delhi or some other metropolitan city, not Mumbai, it would easily cost me 1 crore rupee. And assuming that I am a guy with 1 lakh rupee salary per month, cannot afford a house worth 1 crore rupee cash. So I would definitely take a loan. Assuming a 12 to 14% interest amount per year for a 20-year loan, I would pay a total of 2 crore and 15 lakh rupee here. On 1 crore house, I would pay 2 crore 15 lakh rupee by the end of the loan tenure. Whereas if I choose to live in mountains only and do not wish to buy my house, the housing here is very cheap compared to city life, and the rent is very cheap. If I do not buy a house, my entire life till I live, by the end of 85 or 90 max, I'd only pay 15 lakh rupee considering the inflation as well. So all of the data that I'm showing you right now is including the inflation. It is considered, calculated considering the inflation as well. Now let's move to the car. Any guy would definitely buy a car if they are married, have 4 children, approximately 25 lakh rupee. They would definitely buy a car. People who earn under 60 50,000 rupees per month, they buy a 10 to 12 or 15 lakh rupee car. But a guy earning 1 lakh rupee per month would definitely buy a 25 lakh rupee car on loan. And in total, that would be 25 is the base amount, actual amount of the car, and 47 lakh rupee would be after calculating the loan for 5 years. Let's talk about marriage. I'm not going to marry, so the cost is zero for car and marriage. The cost is zero for both. Assuming I would throw a decent marriage party, a very decent one. I'm not making it very ambitious of 50 lakh or 1 crore rupee. Make it 20 lakh rupee in a city. So that would be 20 lakh rupee without a loan as well. Alimony. In worst case scenario, because that is possible, I am taking the bare minimum amount of 25 lakh rupee as alimony. It doesn't matter if you are getting divorced after 1 year or after 1 day. You have to pay alimony. Assuming I'm married, and so definitely I'll reproduce children. And it is very usual that I've seen with my friends also. Many of my friends got a baby, and after a few years, 3 4 5 or 6 years these days. Earlier they used to bring another baby just the next year, but right now they're taking a little gap between two babies. But they're definitely making two babies. Assuming that I will do so, their education and entire lifestyle would cost about 2 crore rupees. No, sorry, I'm only talking about the education from nursery to their higher education. And after 20 years from now, if I am 30 right now, after 20 years from right now, their education would be far more expensive in any foreign university, and kids would not want to study in a decent Indian university, not at all, because everybody wants to give their children the best, And getting loan has made a lot of things easier in these days, and I'm sure it will be much more easier in the coming time. So education for two children would cost around 5 crore rupees from their 3 years of age, from their kindergarten and till their graduation when they are 20 or 21. Including loans, it will be 5 crore rupees. And if I don't get married, I don't have children, I won't have to bear any educational expenses. Food and living for the family, and if considering the two of us, myself and if I had a wife, for myself it is 30 lakh rupee for my entire life, assuming that right now I spend about 5 to 6,000 rupees per month for my food. Yearly it would be around 60 to 72,000 rupees per year. Considering the inflation for the next 50 years, it would be around 30 or 40 lakh rupees max. I'll take it as 40 lakh rupee and make it 80. If I would be living with family and with social expectations, the expense for food consumption would be so high. I don't think it would be uh, 75 lakh rupee. It would definitely be 1 crore rupee, not less than that. And without any loan, because it's a hand to mouth situation. We don't do loans for eating. Lifestyle, irregular lifestyle. In here, by lifestyle what I mean is buying some clothes here and there, because I'm not very habitual of it. And it is my personal thing that I'm telling you. Buying some souvenirs or some books to read, or some coffee mug want to buy something new. Like in the entire, I'm calculating till 85 to 19 years of age. Also living in this place or any mountain place where there is nature, where there is fresh air, pure air, there is less diseases and the human beings would survive more. The lifestyle that I am living. 15 lakh rupee for my lifestyle, and in cities it would definitely be not lesser than 40 lakh rupee, because there is social, you know, pressure, not direct pressure, but when you see somebody putting on some style of clothes, going to a cafe, etc., whatever lifestyle, cost around 40 lakh rupee. Social expenses, when we meet people, when we go for gatherings, I don't plan to do any such, but I've taken a buffer of 5 lakh rupee for my personal expenses. But in city life it increases a lot when you attend parties, when you attend weddings, when you buy gifts for other people, when you buy gifts for your own children, and when you want to travel to go to a party, it is so expensive, like the fuel, buying clothes, expensive clothes, etc. So socializing will definitely cost you 60 lakh rupee. Without a loan, 60 lakh rupee only. Alcohol, no alcohol here, no alcohol. And in the city, any guy who is earning 1 lakh rupee per month would definitely consume about 5 to 6,000 or 10, even 10,000 at sometimes, 10,000 rupees of alcohol, or in total party, etc., going to a bar or sometimes catching up with buddies. 30 lakhs for the next 50 years. It's a very minimal amount. If 10,000 per month, and it would be 1 lakh 2,000, 1 lakh 20,000 for a year. Multiply it by 50. It would be more than 60 lakh rupee. Now I'm only considering the half of it. Medical expenses, sir. That is the biggest part of it. Now, the lifestyle that I live, I only am assuming to live a healthy lifestyle, physically, mentally, etc. So I'm taking a buffer of 5 lakh rupee. for my own personal expenses. It includes medical of physical and mental health. Living in a city, we don't know accidents. We can't, when we have responsibility of three more people, including us, maybe our parents also, so it makes it six people. And it is expensive when you live in a city, when you live in constant pollution, constant noise, constant uh, threat of your own health, and you definitely get sick. I don't get sick here, not at all, because everything is good, everything is natural. 70 lakh rupee for assuming five people in your lifetime is a decent amount to be considered when you are in a city and a responsible person in your family. Insurances, I'm not going to buy any insurance. I'm going to take care of my health with eating good food, exercising, breathing in fresh air, and not relying on any insurances, because to my understanding insurances have existed for very few years now. It did not exist earlier. But my dear friend, assuming it was me only who is living in the city earning 1 lakh rupee right now, I would definitely buy a health insurance or life insurance. I would keep paying premium of about 50 to 60,000 per annum, multiplied by 50, 25 lakh rupee. Hmm? Total would be, it's, there's no other major expense that I wish to calculate. 80 lakh rupee in my lifestyle, we'll rough it up to 1 1 crore. Hmm. Now, city life expenses with of a person who earns about 1 lakh rupee per month would be 6 crore 95 lakh rupee without loan. And if we, include the loan also, it would be 11 crore 32 lakh rupee. What is the difference? 11 crore. No, 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 no. Okay. 11 crore 32 lakh rupee minus 1 crore. 10 crore 32 lakh rupee. I have included inflation. Difference is 10 crore 32 lakh rupee. I have included the possibility of all kinds of inflation, assuming 6 to 7% according to the Indian market. Now, when we have to spend this much amount of money, we have to work as much. We have to take mental pressure as much. Also, if we are able to do all of this, hmm, the freedom that we have given away doing it, while the freedom that we could enjoy not doing all of this social bullshit, living a free, happy life, you would not be required to earn that much. You would not be required to put yourself through so much mental and physical struggle all your life. It has convinced me to my core, not only of the financial perspective of it, but the entire perspective of it. It gives you freedom. It makes you irresponsible towards other and more responsible towards yourself. When you have a family structures, you do not even care about yourself that much. You care about them. Now I care about myself because I know that only I am responsible for myself and there is no one around me, because I do not wish anybody to be around me, and that will make me more happy and free and more conscious about my health. my mental and physical health both at the same time. That is what I meant to say. Uh, Now you see how much you want to earn and spend and keep hustling. Like 50 or 60 years from now, you will live more. You will not get sick away from city. You will, everything is beneficial about living away from society in a nature oriented place, breathing in fresh air, eating fresh food. Everything is wrong about city life. Everything that I included everything that we do in a city life: eating junk food, pizza, burgers, parties, meeting friends, whatever. Every possible thing I have considered. If you have something in your mind, leave down a comment and let us argue. I know if many of you are social cockroaches and would argue about that, but I cannot sacrifice my freedom to earn this much. It would need a lot of struggle. You know, earning money need a lot of struggle. I can't do that. Thank you. Bye.